my voice just started acting up. That's a really good sign. Hello, Void Dweller. Hello, Fast Out. Welcome back to Chaos Head NoaH. Last time, Takumi continued to just hang around and be really depressed. Hello, Kako. Welcome to the stream. And, Yua, however, awakened her D-Sword as freaking, Sua was in fact revealed to be the new Gen Killer, as it looked like he killed Bon. I don't know if he actually did, or maybe, like, someone saved him with a delusion. Hello, Zarmegas, welcome to the stream. But yeah, Yua awakened her D-Sword. She helped defeat a generic mook. Ayase came right with her, and now hopefully they can get to Bon in time to save him. So let's get right back into it. Hello, Zarmegas. Oh, yes. And we're back to Nanami, who hopefully will... Void Dweller, thank you so much for the donation. Seriously, thank you so much.
Won't you kill me?
Huh?
Nanami's face stiffened, but shortly after that, she put on a clearly forced smile.
I swear, you always tell the worst jokes, big bro.
That reaction wasn't like her. Normally, she wouldn't just laugh it off. Normally, she'd angrily yell, "Don't say that, you dumb jerk." Then spend the next few minutes reprimanding me.
Oh, Void Dweller, did you see the scene that you wanted to see? I did it at the end of last stream.
Well, not that it mattered. I didn't care. If she wouldn't kill me, I had no more business with this Nanami. She could just up and vanish for all I cared.
You.
I locked eyes with Seraton. If only Seraton was in the third dimension. She would have gladly granted my wish. If I was going to be born a delusionary existence anyway, at least have me born in the second dimension.
Hey, jokes aside, I have something I need to tell you. I do wonder if she is in actuality Shogun's sister. Or is she completely unrelated? So, that bangle you gave me, I lost it. I know what you want to say. Why weren't you more careful? But that's the thing. I really, really treasured it. But I still have no clue where I lost it.
What? You treasured it? Seriously? Incredible. Genuinely fucking incredible. Comedy gold, really. Besides, I gave it to you, didn't I? So it's worthless anyway. I am not a delusion. I am not a delusion. Besides, the fact that I'd given Nanami the bangle in and of itself was suspicious. It could have been a delusion too, for all I knew. That was why nothing in this world was worth anything. Each and everything in my memories was worthless.
僕は妄想じゃない。僕は妄想じゃない。
I'm not a delusion. I'm not a delusion.
お兄が初めてくれたプレゼントだったのにな。
It was the first present you ever gave me.
なんでなくしちゃったりしたんだろう。
Why did I have to lose it?
僕は妄想じゃない。僕は妄想じゃない。
I'm not a delusion. I'm not a delusion.
お兄、聞いてる？
Big bro, are you listening to me?
僕は妄想じゃない。僕は妄想じゃない。
I'm not a delusion. I'm not a delusion.
お兄はどうしていつもそうなの？
Why are you always like this? Her head hung low, and her fists clenched tight. Nanami let out a faint whisper.
たまにはお兄ちゃんらしく頼りがいのあるとこ見せてよ。
Why can't you just show your reliable side every once in a while, like a good big brother would?
What now? If you're here to criticize me, you're wasting your time. After all, I'm a delusionary existence.
僕は妄想じゃない。
Why is he saying that at the same time?
じゃない。
I'm not a delusion. I'm not a delusion. All I did was stare blankly at Seraton's smile. There was no reason to listen to Nanami. It was all pointless. After all, I was a delusionary existence.
今までずっとナナがしっかりしなきゃって思って頑張ってきたけど。
Every day up until now, I've always tried my absolute hardest, all while telling myself I have to hang in there, but
でもね、やっぱりナナだってたまには誰かに甘えたいよ。
I just can't help it. After going through so much, even I want someone to take care of me sometimes, to spoil me.
うん。
Are their parents even alive? Hello T, welcome to the stream. No, not just someone.
お兄に甘えたいよ。
I want it to be you, big bro.
僕は妄想じゃない。僕は妄想じゃない。
I'm not a delusion. I'm not a delusion.
だってお兄はナナのお兄なんだから。
You were my big brother, after all.
お兄に頼りたいって思うことナナにもあるんだよ。
I can't do everything on my own. There's things I'd like to rely on you for. You know?
僕は妄想じゃない。僕は妄想じゃない。
I'm not a delusion. I'm not a delusion.
そりゃいつもああしろこうしろ言われてお兄も嫌だろうけど
I know you don't like being told to do stuff.
それはお兄がだらしないから仕方なく
And you're always slacking off anyway, so I guess there's no point in trying to change that.
言いたいことはそういうことじゃなくて
Wait, that's not what I was trying to say.
僕は妄想じゃない。僕は妄想じゃない。
I'm not a delusion. I'm not a delusion.
ナナだっていろいろ愚痴を聞いてもらいたい時とか泣きたい時とかあるんだよ
What I'm trying to say is, even I have moments where I want someone to vent to. A shoulder to cry on. You know?
お兄に優しくしてもらいたい時とかあるんだよ
And when that happens, I just want my big brother to be nice to me. You know?
僕は妄想じゃない。僕は妄想じゃない。
I'm not a delusion. I'm not a delusion.
ねえお兄
Come on, big bro.
ナナの話聞いてよ
Listen to me, please.
ナナ今すごく悲しいんだよ
I'm really, really sad right now.
お兄にもらった大切なバングルなくなっちゃって
I lost my bangle that meant so much to me. The one that my big bro gave me.
声出して泣きたいくらい悲しくて辛くて
I'm so sad. And my chest hurts so much. I just want to cry and cry.
お兄に抱きしめてほしいのに
I just want my big bro to hug me.
お兄に頭撫でて慰めてほしいのに
I just want my big bro to pat my head.
ねえお兄
Hey, big bro.
今日だけはナナのわがまま受け止めてよ
Even if it's selfish. Can I ask for that just this once?
Raising my head in a daze, I saw Nanami crying. She was hanging her head low.
Yeah, I know, Void. I'm sorry. I have, there's something caught in my throat, which is, it just started up. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that.
She was hanging her head low, and while she was trying her best to hold them in, tears ran down her pained face all the same.
Ooh. Now to Rimi's side. Upon opening a glass door, the very moment Rimi entered what appeared to be a lobby, a twitch of fear ran through her. A chill breeze, cold enough to freeze her over, crept up her legs. There was no sign of anyone. A fact that was obvious for this place, and this place alone, and yet, when Rimi thought about what awaited her ahead, she could not help but wish that someone could have been there with her. Before her was a soundproof door,
door again to those of a movie theater. From a small crack within that gateway, the chilled breeze came wafting through. The breeze was accompanied by a white haze, a haze akin to the smoke that rose from dry ice. Remy fiercely bit down on her lip. In her hands was her D-sword, already rebooted.
だから大丈夫
I'll be fine.
だから怖がっちゃダメだ
It'll be fine. So, no more being scared. Desperately telling herself that, she gulped a single time before proceeding to burst open the soundproof door with her shoulder. Ooh, that looks like a real thing. Huh. Remy's eyes went wide at the scene she saw before her. There stood a device that was beyond enormous. Enshrined in the center of the dome-shaped room, it could be described only as a monster. I'm guessing that's the NoaH machine. An ominous sound rang faintly throughout the spacious room. You're right, you void. It does look like a 1970s space thing, and absolutely, that's exactly what it looks like. An ominous sound rang faintly throughout the spacious room. It was a low-pitched noise akin to the deep growl of a beast. A sound that signified the device's operation.
ノア2
NoaH 2.
もう動いてるんだ
It's already running.
君のおかげですよ。
All thanks to you.
Uh-oh. A voice replied to Remy's vexed murmurs. The moment she heard that voice, Remy felt her very soul tremble. What the fuck?
1年半ぶりですね。
What the fuck? Is that what it looks like from the front?
Wait. Oh my god. Whoa! Okay. I was expecting him to look a lot different than that.
Sagiata Remy. It has been a year and a half since we last met. Has it not?
Remy's instinct was to be engulfed in fear. Shivers rose from the depths of her heart. Abominable memories attacked her consciousness. Her grim past was on the brink of being resurrected. I want to know more about it. To endure such a threat, Remy strengthened the grasp on her D-sword and then lightly shook her head. But he has the artificial D-sword. This is going to be like the end of Valkyria Chronicles. When she regained her hold, she shifted her gaze toward the voice. Jeez. Right before the enormous device, NoaH 2, was him, the figure of a man donned in a suit, and by his side,
ナナちゃん
What? Wait. What the fuck? So that's a delusion, Remy. A delusion, Nanami. I mean. What the fuck? Wait, how long has she been here? That's what she meant by saving Nanami. Does she have both hands? And whose D-sword is that? My god, that is one hell of a D-sword. Fucking huge. Nana-chan! Was Nishijo Nanami held captive. Her uniform was torn, and a bandage soaked with blood was wrapped around her right wrist. Her head hung toward the floor, and she looked terribly, terribly pale.
Faced with such a pitiable sight, Remy was at a loss for words. Crucified in Jesus of Nazareth's likeness. No, what held her now could not be called a cross. It was something far different, for it took the shape of pure, unadulterated malice. The entirety of this world's evil, the entirety of this world's disorder, the entirety of this world's immorality. It would be no exaggeration to refer to it as a simple sculpted to those very attributes.
君がこの1年半どこで何をしていたかについて興味はありませんが
Is that his D sword?
I have no interest in knowing where you have been, nor what you have been doing these past 18 months. All I must say...
困りますねあまりうろちょろされると
is that having you loiter here presents quite the trouble.
The man, Narose Gonichi, spoke in a peaceful tone, but his voice was embedded with the sharpness of a blade. Doing everything in her power not to sink to her knees, Remy glared back at Narose.
ナナちゃんを離して
Let Nana-chan go!
ほうまさかここに来たのはお友達を助けに来たという理由ですか
Oh, could that perhaps have been why you came here? To rescue a friend?
ナナちゃん離して
Let Nana-chan go.
その子は何も関係ないでしょ
She has nothing to do with this!
では直接話してみてはどうですか
In that case, why not consult with her directly?
Narose's offer left Remy confused. I wonder when we're gonna get a flashback to what happened. She was acting brave, but in truth, the moment she hadn't seen Narose's face, her heart had been seized by fear, and her legs had begun to tremble. Unable to move an inch from where she stood, she called out to the crucified Nanami.
ナナちゃん
Nana-chan! Nanami's head ever so slightly stirred. Her eyes, which had been closed until that very moment, opened faintly. She raised her head, and her hollow eyes fell upon Remy.
リミさん
Remy-san.
大丈夫今助けてあげるから
Are you okay? Don't worry, I'm here to save you. In the middle of Remy's sentence, Nanami's face twisted in pain. Her face was pale and her breathing labored.
痛いよ
It hurts.
右手が痛いの
Oh God, is it really cut off? Oh God. On my right hand. It hurts. Then with very little resistance, Nanami's body slid off the cross.
ナナちゃん
Nana-chan.
リミさん
Hey, Remy-san. Without getting up from the floor, Nanami lifted her head and let her gaze roam about the room. It was as if she was searching for something.
ナナのバングル知らないかな
Her bangle! Wait, what? Wait, so she really was captured, and somebody made a delusionary her for Takumi. Is that it? You know, my bangle.
見つからなくて
Oh God. I can't find it.
ナナのバングルどこにもなくて
I can't find it anywhere. She staggered to her feet, and this time she searched her surroundings with her left hand. bangle.
バングルだね。わかった。私知ってるから。だから私と一緒にここを出よう。病院に行こう。ね。
It's a bangle, right? Got it. I know where it is. If we get out of here, we can go get it. Nana-chan. So let's go to the hospital, okay?
痛いよ。
Oh God. My hand hurts.
ナナはなんでリミさんのことを知ってるんだっけ。前にどこで会ったんだっけ。
What is going on? Jeez. What is going on? Why do I know you, Rimi-san? Where have we met before?
リミさんなの。リミさんがナナにバングル。
Rimi-san? Is it you, Rimi-san? Did you take my bangle? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh God. Is she gonna have to fight is she gonna have to fight Nanami? Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. No. Why would you do something like that? Rimi, who realized something was wrong with Nanami, instantly looked to Narose. With a scornful grin painted on his face, he simply observed Rimi and Nanami's exchange.
ナナちゃんに何を見せてるの。
What are you showing her? Ooh, his fangs. He's a vampire. Nanami's gaze was fixed on Rimi. Oh boy. Oh boy, he's gonna force them to fight. Oh shit. Trembling like a newborn fawn, she slowly stood up and then she held out her right wrist as if offering Rimi her palm. Here we go. A bandage drenched in blood. It almost appeared as if her hand were still connected. And yet, one after the other, vibrant scarlet drops fell from that bandage without reprieve. By her feet, a pool of blood grew larger and larger with each passing second. She needs medical attention fast. But despite how frantic she was, Rimi was unable to get any closer. For getting closer to Nanami would mean getting closer to that man. It frustrated her greatly, leaving her on the verge of tears.
リミさんが持ってたの。
Did you have it the whole time, Rimi-san?
ナナちゃん帰ろう。こっちに来て。
Time to go. Okay, Nana-chan, this way.
どうして持ってくの。
Oh boy. Why did you take it from me?
返して。ナナのバングル返して。
Rimi's like, why do I hear boss music? Jeez. Give it back. Give my bangle back!
落ち着いて、ナナちゃん。
Calm down, Nana-chan.
お兄からもらったナナの大切な。
It's my treasure from my big bro.
あれは誰にも渡したくないの。
I won't let anyone else have it.
返して。返してよ。
Give it back. Give it back.
ナナちゃん。
Nana-chan. Oh boy. Give it back! Together with her pain scream. There it is. Ooh. A single drop of blood fell from her right wrist. Before it had the opportunity to hit the ground, the drop crystallized at high speed, originating from nothing with the drop at its center. A mineral-esque object burst into view. It was as if a carapace formed from minerals had ripped through a rift in space. Oh, Oh shit. In the blink of an eye, it took shape. It resembled a cross, far more than the object that had previously held Nanami. Or perhaps it was a sword. A sword which pierced itself perpendicularly, as if rejecting all. How is she gonna fucking hold that thing? Yep, she does, Void Dweller.
ディソード
That's it. A D-sword.
返してよお願い
Give it back. Please. And Nanami, as if embracing it, held it close to her chest. Tears born from all the sadness within her fell upon it. Her D-sword flickered scarlet, as if one with her pulse.
でないとミミさんのこと許さない
If you don't give it back, Rimi-san, I'll make you pay!
そんなナナちゃんの気ガロマニアックスだったの
They didn't even know this. So then, who deluded up the fake Nanami that's with Takumi? No. This whole time, Nana-chan was a gigalomaniac too? And that makes 6.
今日だけはナナのわがまま受け止めてよ
Let me be selfish just this once. I saw Nanami crying. She was hanging her head low, and while she was trying her best to hold them in, tears ran down her pained face all the same. I took one look at her, and then I returned my gaze to the ceiling, resuming my mission of counting the rusted spots.
泣かれたって僕には何もできないよ
Cry all you want. There's nothing I can do for you.
僕は妄想の存在なんだから
I'm a delusionary existence, after all.
妄想の
A delusional.
そんなこと言わないでよ
Don't say that!
お兄が妄想のはずないじゃんだってナナは小さい頃のお兄のこと知ってるもん
She's a delusion too. Well, that's, you know what? I think that's very nice. That he's a delusion, but he has a delusionary family. I think that's quite nice. There is no way you're a delusion, big bro. Because I remember you from back when we were kids.
いつもナナに世話かけさせてちっとも頼りにならないけど
I've always taken care of you. And even though I can't say you're reliable,
でもお兄は昔からずっとナナと一緒だったよ
you've always been with me. Ever since I can remember.
Wait, she was right. It was just as she'd said.
I had memories from when Nanami was little. I had memories from my childhood. They were fake memories implanted. Or they were Shogun's memories. I had memories of watching the news reporting on the bus accident my classmates had been in. The one that had happened on the field trip I hadn't been able to go to. I remember my teacher, Mr. Saito, who had passed away in the accident. The words of Rimi, a total stranger, or the words of Nanami, who I'd grown up with. I went without saying which to believe. The right person to believe wasn't Remy. The right person to believe was Nanami. This is really sad, but it's also touching. I'm glad he's believing this lie because it's what he needs to get his act together. And he's actually being nice to Nanami, even if it is a delusion Nanami. And Void, to answer your question, I think it's because she must have just created this Nanami. While this Takumi has been alive for like a year and a half. She's just been created like a week ago or something. If Nanami was real, that meant that I too was real. Nanami. Oh my god. Oh. I extended my hand towards her. Nanami's existence was my one and only hope. The sole existence that would save me.
助けて。ナナミ。助けて。
Save me, Nanami. Save me. Big bro. If Nanami's warmth was real, then I could prove I was real too. Nanami, who had been crying from loneliness, wiped away her tears, looked at me with her reddened eyes, smiled at me with her tearful smile, and... Will you hug me? I nodded. Then again, then once more. By doing so, if I could save Nanami, by doing so, I could save myself. I would gladly hug this bright little sister of mine, no matter the time. Hell yeah! Woo! Oh my god! Yes! Hello, Gone to Heaven. Welcome to the stream. Yes, yes! This is what I wanted for him to make up with his sister. No matter the time or place, I would hug my one and only sister in the world, the one that shared my blood.
ナナミ。
Nanami,
助けて。
save me. I wanted to feel her warmth as soon as I could, and so opening my arms to welcome her into my chest, I prepared to hug her. Tightly, ever so tightly. Big bro! Right at that very moment. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck! Oh, fucking hell! Somebody turned off the delusion. Oh, boy. Who was it? My god. Takumi's gonna go absolutely insane. Every single time he trusts someone, he gets betrayed. Every single time. This is so fucking heartbreaking. My god. Every single fucking time. That is not fair. God. Hello, Ushimiya Beatrice. Welcome to the stream. My god, Takumi, if this doesn't start your fucking villain arc, you have a will of iron. Oh my god. Every single time. It's not fair. How come every single time? Seriously. Nanami's body was enveloped in a faint light, and she burst into countless blue particles. I'd believe it. This is void. One after another, the particles burst like bubbles in the air. The air in which my arms remained extended, never receiving the hug I so desired. My chest never feeling the warmth I so desired. Right before my very eyes, Nanami had vanished. Hello, Zash. Welcome to the stream. Oh, God. It's not fucking fair. Seriously. It's really not fucking fair. I don't think I would have an existential crisis point, but it just makes sense. With only her left hand, Nishijou Nanami tightly embraced the D-sword that had been born of her own blood. Her right arm, meanwhile, only lay upon it. Her blood seeping from the bandage of her right wrist. Slowly ran down the sword's fuller.
痛
It hurts.
い知ってたのナナちゃんがギガロマニアックスだって
I think Ayase is honestly the only one that has not deceived him in any way. You knew. You knew she was a gigalomaniac. Mimi's question was directed at NoaH, who had evidently chosen to remain a spectator. No matter how much Rimi glared his way, he always retained the same composed look on his face.
偶然の産物というものですよ。
A fortunate coincidence, if you may.
ナナちゃんにひどいことしたくせに何が偶然なの
After doing all these horrible things to her, you think you can just say that? What do you mean, coincidence?
君の時のような苦労はしませんでし
Jeez.
た。我が社にはすでに
God.
覚醒させるためのマニュアルが確立していますから。
Oh, God. That was just... Oh, so he experimented on her.
Simply that there was no need to go to the same great lengths that I had with you. After all, my company already has a well-established method on how to awaken gigalomaniacs.
Well, Void, that does not count as deception, because she believes it. And I assume this is the whole thing with bringing Takumi to a building.
もっとも西条匠にだけはそのマニュアルも通用しませんが、イレギュラーな化け物は扱いづらいことこの上ない。
Oh yeah, Takumi's way too badass. I really want to know more about the original Takumi.
But in opposition to this, Nishijo Takumi is the only one to which this method does not apply. I must say, there is nothing more difficult to handle than that regular monstrosity.
化け物だなんて言わないで。
Don't you dare call him that!
君も化け物だからですか？
Why, may I ask? Is it perhaps because you are one as well?
そういう話はしてない。
That's not what this is about!
虚無から生まれたものだからと言い換えた方が良かったですね。
Allow me to rephrase. Perhaps someone born from nothing.
Ooh, he's talking about our Takumi. Averting her gaze, Rimi bit her lip in frustration. Her trembling had yet to cease. In direct opposition to her wish to save Nanami, her legs refused to move. It was as if they had taken root inside the floor. Narose, meanwhile, ooh, ugh, yuck, caressed Nanami's head almost lovingly, acting as if he was under no threat whatsoever. Nanami had no reaction to this. She simply hung her head low as she repeatedly drew shallow breaths.
闇のある一点だけを灯しているスポットライト。
A spotlight, illuminating a single spot amid the endless dark.
その周囲には無数の死体が転がっているのでしょうが、誰にも見えない。君自身にもです。
Around it, countless corpses lying on the floor, with none being able to see them. Not even you yourself.
そんな話やめて。
Ooh, are we gonna get a flashback? Did she kill people by accident? Stop it.
例えば君が自殺をしたら、スポットライトは数十センチ横にずれて、君を闇で覆ってくれるでしょう。
And if, say, you committed suicide, the spotlight would move a few dozen centimeters, and you would be swallowed by the dark.
そして何も知らない別の誰かが代わりにスポットライトを浴びる。
Then another someone, unaware of everything, privy to nothing, would in turn be bathed in the spotlight.
Stop it! Prompted by Rimi's sharp tone, Narose shrugged his shoulders, then returned to silence.
痛い。
It hurts.
ナナちゃんを解放してほしいんだけど。
I want you to let Nana-chan go.
拘束は解きましたが、
Whatever do you mean? I have already released her restraints.
連れて帰る。
I'm taking her with me.
構いませんよ。もう用済みです。
Feel free. I have no further use for her.
ナナちゃん、入ろう。その剣は消して。
Okay, Nana-chan, let's go. You can dispel the sword now.
だったらバングル返して。
Then give me back my bangle.
返すから。
I will, so please. Rimi knew where Nana's hand was being kept. On that day, on the night Nanami's hand had been delivered to Takumi's room, after Takumi had collapsed on sheer humiliation on the roof of Ofront. Rimi had retrieved the hand from within the refrigerator. Okay, so that was the real Nanami. Shogun was the one who had it now. It was in cold storage to keep it from decomposing. Oh, that's really good. Can they reattach a fucking hand, though? Like, jeez. The bangle, too, was...
お兄か
I got it. From my big bro.
ナナのだよバングル
It's mine. It's my bangle.
勝手に持って行ってひどいよ
Taking it away from me. How could you? Oh God. Nanami's voice, which had only been speaking in incoherent mumbles, was gradually growing more and more intense.
落ち着いて深呼吸して自分をしっかり持って
Calm down. Take deep breaths. I need you to pull yourself together.
一つ聞きますが
If I may ask.
Hello, Mystery Theater. Welcome to the stream. Neurose's sudden interruption elicited a click of Rimi's tongue, only in her mind.
西条匠にとっては君たち二人のうちどちらがより重要度が高い存在ですか
Which of you two is the more important being to Nishijo Takumi?
Rimi cast her eyes downward.
リミさんなんか
Well, it depends on which Takumi. Rimi-san, Well, Nanami instead raised her head. A sparkle returned to her once empty eyes. A glaring, brilliant shine, when there weren't it only a single descriptor. Abnormal. She's under mind control, isn't she? Or just just so fucked up from the experiments. In a panic, Rimi frantically attempted to brace herself. I think so, Void. Only to be frozen in place by the sudden darkness. It was as if all the lights had been turned off. Rimi had no way of knowing whether it had been intentional or accidental.
負けちゃダメ
I can't fail here. Rimi whispered so in an attempt to encourage herself. Her voice made the air undulate, but it melded itself in the dark before long. She then noticed that she could no longer hear NoaH 2's growling rumblings. I hate the dark. It always reminds me of back then. Rimi tried looking around, but all she could see was darkness, spread through every corner. No speck of the concept known as light existed. Could she not see because it was dark? Or could it perhaps be because her sight was not working properly? She had even lost the ability to tell up from down. She could not tell where she was anymore. Her five senses had been eroded by darkness, and now her body was unable to recognize anything. As if her body had been turned into a gas. As if her consciousness had slipped away from its vessel. Past and present fused as one, and Rimi's memories began to intermix. When was now? When was the past? Oh God. Rimi flashback, here we go. Then in the world ruled only by sheer darkness, a single ray of light shone down. And there, within that circular spotlight, was Rimi, cradling her knees close to her chest. Rimi was seeing this very scene within the darkness. It's the same as back then. Back then,
Rimi had nothing. Before she knew it, she had been confined and tortured. Rather than anything physical, the psychological pain she suffered had been far greater. A daily life born from the depths of hell. A daily life consisting solely of enduring. How she had been before that, Rimi did not know. When and how had she been confined? For how long had she been tortured? That Rimi did not know. But something told her this was not due to memory loss. The moment she suddenly opened her eyes, a consciousness known as herself had been born, or so she felt. Perhaps the one inhabiting this body before her, unable to escape from all the pain, had ended her own life within her delusions. Oh, dang. And then perhaps as a new her, a new personality, the current Rimi had been born. Perhaps there have been countless other hers before her. Even the name Sakiata Rimi may have been different each time. To myself, I don't exist. Something moved amid the darkness. Rimi stood up and slowly began to move toward it. And then she moved, and as she moved, so did the spotlight. And what she found was a dead Rimi lying on the ground. Without ever looking at Rimi, a whisper flowed from Rimi's mouth.
あなたは何番目?
What number are you?
私は
What is going on? Rimi's eyeballs twitched incessantly. An endless amount of tears ran down from the corners of her eyes. Her G-sword then slipped from her hands, and Rimi sank to the floor. Much like a child would, she covered her face with her hands and weakly shook her head. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. Nanami stared at her with a vacant look on her face, while Narose let out a short, disinterested snort. Oh God, Takumi! Oh God! Nanami had vanished without a trace. She turned into bubbles before my very eyes. Her substance had seemingly ceased to exist.
出てきてよ。
Nami, where are you? Come on out.
いるんだろう。またいたずらか。隠れてるんだ。やめろよ。
I know you're here. Is this another prank? You're hiding. Stop hiding from me. My vision grew blurry from my tears. No matter how many times I wiped them away, the lukewarm droplets kept pouring out. But both this warmth and the feelings make me shed those tears. More delusions. I myself was one after all. Nanami had been a delusion. I've been stupid to believe it would all be okay. My hopes have been crushed just like that.
で、いつこの妄想って冷めるの？早く冷めてよ。
Hey, when will I wake up from this delusion? Please, can it hurry up and happen already? Not even I knew who I was talking to. But right now, I was fine with anyone. I just wanted to be heard.
この妄想が覚めたら、僕は本当はイケメンなんだ。そうに決まってる。物分かりのいい妹と優しい姉がいるんだ。
I'm sure once I wake up, I'll actually be an alpha, for sure, with an understanding little sister and a gentle big sister.
かわいい彼女と付き合ってて。
I'll be going out with a cute girlfriend.
その子はリミとかセナみたいな電波女じゃなくて、セーラさんみたいないい子なんだ。
She won't be some insane shitso like Remy or Senna. She'll be a good girl like Seraton.
あなたは妄想の存在なんだよ。
You are a delusionary existence. Groveling on the floor, I buried my head in the mountain of trash and tightly gripped Seraton. I tried my best to avert my eyes from reality as I pounded the floor with my fists, but I couldn't. I tried my best to avert my eyes from reality as I pounded the floor with my fists. But I couldn't. Rimi's words pummeled my mind relentlessly.
死にたい。死にたいよ。
I wanna die. I wanna die. Rimi's words pummeled my mind relentlessly.
どうして誰も僕を殺してくれないんだ。
I definitely agree with that, Mystery Theater. Yeah, Rimi doing that, I do not think that was the best decision. Why won't anyone kill me?
テーラだ。殺して僕を殺して。
Hey, Zeraton, can you kill me? Kill me.
そんなに死にたいの？
Woo! Do y'all really want to kick the bucket that badly? I freaking swear.
死にたい。こんなのもう嫌だ。自分の存在が嫌だ。何も考えたくない。生きていたくない。
I wanna die. I can't take it anymore. I can't take my own existence anymore. I don't want to think of anything. I don't want to keep on living.
かわいそうなタッキー。
Oh, poor little Taki.
だったらすぐに殺される方法を教えてあげる。
In that case, I'll show y'all a real quick way to do it.
This is why you're my waifu. Zeraton always devoted herself to me, commendably so.
とりあえず外に出るんさ。
For starters, get your duty outside.
外に。
Outside?
Yeah, it's that place that's the opposite inside where y'all barely ever go.
Doing as I was told, I stood up and headed for the door. And then, after nearly tripping and falling over the trash countless times, I exited my base. Doing as I was told, I stood up and headed for the door. And then, after nearly tripping and falling over trash countless times, I exited my base. I had no need to question her. Zeraton would never betray me. I had no need to question her. Zeraton would never betray me. She was my waifu after all, and she wasn't 3D. Once when I was outside, a strange sound hit my ears. This sound. Hadn't I heard it somewhere before? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
この音を追いかけて。
Okay, now y'all just gotta follow the sound.
追いかけたら殺してもらえるの。
If I do, will someone kill me?
そういうこと。
Yupperoni.
優しく 殺してもらえるかな。
I wonder, will they be gentle?
私が保証するよ。
You got my word, Snookums.
よかった。
That's a new one for her.
Thank goodness.
やっと死ねる。
I can finally die.
My God, this is depressing. I need to change the title of the stream also. Holy shit. But it makes perfect sense for Takumi to be in ultimate despair mode. Oh my God. Oh shit, Mystery Theater, you're right. Her hat does kind of look like the head of the IR2 sketch.
This sound was my Messiah, the bell of salvation that would grant me passage to the Promised Land. With Seraton in hand, I set off toward that sound. Whenever I got close to the sound, it would move farther away, almost like it was guiding me somewhere. Every time I seemed to be onto it, it would quickly become distant. Every time I seemed to lose track of it, it would come close and wait for me. As though it had a will of its own. A sound with a will of its own. Reminded me of Shogun's existence. His face flashed through my mind, but I quickly grew indifferent to it. Whether it was him or someone else, as long as someone killed me, I didn't mind. I even stopped wondering about the true nature of the sound. I was a delusionary existence. And I was going to die pretty soon, so there was no point in caring.
Oh, the original art for Seira does not have the eye. Oh, that would make sense if she's the fucking monster.
With my head completely empty of all thoughts, like a moth to a flame. My head completely empty of all thoughts, like a moth to a flame, I staggered after the sound.
Oh boy.
A barrage of noises now surrounded me. I wasn't able to differentiate any of them. With a click of my tongue, I tried to find the origin of the clamor, only to gulp instead.
Oh shit, what's going on?
Suddenly, without me having realized it, I was standing in Scramble Crossing. It was then that I realized the clamor was coming from the sheer number of people crammed into the crossing. It was almost jam-packed. Everyone was pushing right up against each other, like a morning train ride during rush hour. Like a moving train
Sorry, I already said that line.
compared to when I've been broadcasted from the top of O-Front, there was an even bigger number of people here. Now I thought about it. Grim had mentioned something about this. Something about there being a festival at Scramble Crossing tonight. What the hell is this, Sarah? I had nothing but horrible memories of this place. Why'd you bring me here? Oh boy.
リベンジってこと。
For revenge. Don't y'all want some sweet, sweet revenge?
Where's the person who's gonna kill me, Sarah?
目の前にいるっしょ。
Right in front of y'all. It's me.
目の前。
Right in front of me? A tremendous cloud on this cold autumn night. Just what kind of festival could make so many people gather here to the point of there being no room to breathe?
No more delusions.
Suddenly, the walls of people opened up before me, like I was Moses of the Bible.
Ooh, that sounds like the mind control thing at work.
A single path inviting me in. We're all waiting for one person. Me.
It's the reality TV show that's sweeping the nation. Today's episode, the world's most terrifying offline meet. People from all over the net have come to lynch the biggest embarrassment of all Japan, Nishido Takumi, right in the middle of Shibuya. Their catchphrase, whose eyes are those eyes? Oh shit. The mind control has completely worked. Oh shit. Oh god. Is Sarah like... Oh my god, is Sarah the NoaH 2? Is Sarah the NoaH 2 thing? Is Sarah the mind control machine?
When that long scenario played out in my mind, I laughed. As much as I hated pain, as long as I would die, I'd be more than willing to deal with that much.
僕が死ぬに
Oh, that's just his imagination. I
ぴったり
see.
の祭りじゃないか。
What a perfect festival for me to die at. I had finally grasped what serotonin meant by revenge. I hadn't died the last time I was here. So they prepared the stage just for me.
Wait, was that real or not? Like, is any of this real or not? Oh, wait, was that real or not? I don't know.
Forming a lazy smile stemming from the corner of my mouth, I started making my way through the paths between the people. At the end of it, I could see various members of the mass media standing next to each other like idiots, cameras and microphones in hand. Both the onlookers and the mass media were incredibly tense.
Is anything going to be able to snap him out of this? I don't think so now with what happened to the sister. Looks like I'm headed towards a bad ending. Oh, God.
There was a tiny bit of commotion, but nowhere near the amount you'd normally hear at a festival. All the energy they'd had back when I humiliated myself atop O Front was gone. Everyone looked at me. Their eyes were cold and sharp, staring daggers at me with what felt like close to murderous intent. Whether I liked it or not. My expectations were swelling higher and higher.
No, I'm talking about the newscaster lady that said they were all there to lynch Takumi. Like, did she really say that?
Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. When I looked up, I realized that all four of the enormous jumbotrons were showing footage of me walking through the crowd. Oh, this is really happening. It's gotta be because of the mind control. But I do, so Sarah, has Sarah always been part of the mind control? No, she couldn't be. Because she stopped Takumi from jumping. No, I mean not from not jumping, but from taking the sword. I was sure that just like the last time, this was a national broadcast too. If the viewer rate was even 40%, would die while being watched by approximately 48 million people. The death of me was no more than a delusionary existence. The death of me who had no value whatsoever. The death of me who was wholly and entirely worthless. Is that what you all want to see? Well then, congratulations. Here you go. It doesn't matter either way to me. As long as I die, I don't care how many people see it. And so I stopped before the battery of cameras and microphones. A storm of flashes burst in unison. Blinding lights flashed intermittently. Straining my eyes, I fought to endure them. Then a reporter that was probably in his 40s spoke up. I'd seen him on a number of talk shows before.
Nishito-kun, what kind of performance are you planning to show us today? And while I've got you here, there's been some talk about that crucifixion suspect that was arrested this morning. The people aren't saying they were just a pawn and the mastermind's still out there. You got any thoughts on this, my friend?
Where is this random guy acting all buddy-buddy with me? What was that last part supposed to mean? Was he asking for my opinion? I guess when the media called up the criminal psychology professors every time. And they always said the same standard, uninteresting bullshit. Even an amateur like me could serve as a replacement. Regardless, I wouldn't have any less of an opinion on what the guy asked about. I couldn't have any less. Sorry. I'd lost all interest in New Gen. I come here to be killed, not to answer questions. I had no energy for it.
Well, not anymore, Nishito-kun. I'll just get straight to the point. The true culprit is commonly referred to as whose eyes are those eyes? And there's been some rumors about it potentially being you.
そうかもね。
It very well might be. My whispers were broadcast all throughout Shibuya using the Jumbotron speakers. Commotion ensued.
My God.
The bloodthirst of the atmosphere got stronger among the people gathered here.
Oh God.
I don't care.
I definitely need to change the title of the stream. If anyone has any suggestions, please tell me.
Just kill me already. Set me free. Stop asking me for things. And yet, despite my wishes, the microphones came even closer. They were pushed so violently towards me, the next step was shoving one straight in my mouth. The other reporters, too, were raining questions down on me incessantly.
それは事件への関与を認める発言と考えていいんですか？
Are we to take this as you admitting to having a part in this case?
現実とゲームとの区別ができなくなるような経験はありますか？
Have you ever been unable to distinguish video games from reality?
逮捕された狛江容疑者との関係について聞かせてください。
God. Oh my God, this one is taking me. What is your relationship with the subject that was just arrested? Kamada, please give us a statement. Oh my God.
I hate boats!
人を殺したのはやはりゲーム感覚だったりします？
Do you view killing people like it's some kind of video game?
In a sense, I was like a video game character. Someone, please reset me. Just get me to game over once and for all. Just kill me already. As his words left my mouth, the crowd at the peak of its tension exploded.
Kill yourself!
人でなし。
Inhuman garbage.
きちん。
Goddamn savage.
殺してやるよ。
I'll kill you myself!
地獄に落ちろ。
Burn in hell.
死刑にしろ。
Get the death penalty!
ぶち殺せ。
I'll fucking kill you!
殺人鬼。
Murderer.
I was overwhelmed by the waves of people, and as the screams and shouts swarmed, I was swallowed up by the undulating mess. I was tossed around and jostled, crushed to nothing and pulverized. Being shoved by people in all directions, my body started floating, my soles left the ground. No matter how much I struggled, I couldn't do anything. I was struck on the head, punched in the arms. None of it was painful enough to kill me, and with no room to breathe, I started to suffocate, but I didn't resist. I entrusted my body to the chaos, and in doing so, the pressure suddenly disappeared. In doing so, the pressure suddenly disappeared. My body fell to the floor. Seiroton fell from my hand and tumbled onto the asphalt. Countless feet lined up like trees in a forest, and as they writhed about, my wife rolled through the gaps between them. countless feet lined up the trees like a forest. As they writhed about, my wife would roll through the gaps between them. Despite extending my hand, I couldn't reach her. Her face, complete with that endlessly radiant smile of hers. That smile that soothed my soul, was stepped on by someone's shoe.
Taki? It hurts! Help me, Taki!
Her small body was kicked further away, and some lady in red hide heels ended up crushing her torso.
Yes, do it! Taki!
You big...
Sarah.
Sarah? No matter how much I called out to her, no answer came.
Is he gonna get like a D sword out of Sarah?
My one and only ally was gone. Felt like my chest was being crushed by sorrow. I had lost all reason to stay in this world to live. And when I looked up, surrounded by people as I was, even the night sky was hidden away from me. No one noticed I was there, slumped down on the ground. Even though I was right here, even though I was asking for someone to kill me. Why was everyone ignoring me? Suddenly, I felt it run on the nape of my neck. That tingling sensation. God's gaze.
Is he gonna get his sword?
君は
You. And within my mind,
ここで死んじゃダメだ
Woo! Yes! What's causing this?
can't die here. A certain voice rang. I gulped.
イソードを手に入れて
Obtain your D-sword. And firmly gritted my back teeth. Shoguns! I searched for that wheelchair among the crowd, for the bastard cosplaying as Darth Spider. So you were the one buying this great festival, huh? I knew it. You planning to wheel me out of here and threaten me? Although you're in the offensive Darth Spider cosplay? Trying to recreate what happened last time? I wish for death. The entire time I've been alive, I was just some tool for everyone's amusement, and I couldn't take it anymore.
あの時の自称将軍は僕じゃない
The Shogun from back then wasn't me.
僕はコスプレはしないよ
I don't tend to cosplay.
No, we're still doing this?
I don't care. Just kill me, please.
あいつらが動き出している
They're starting to take action.
この場は今以上の混乱になるよ
This place will soon turn even more chaotic than it already is. They...
すべての黒幕、この混乱を引き起こした者たち、混乱を利用して利己を追求しようとする者たち。
The masterminds behind everything. The ones causing this chaos, and the people using it for their own interests.
彼らを止められるのは君だけなんだ。
No one but you can stop them. I stood up. The angry voices kept surging above my head. No one was looking at me. The onlookers and the people from the media were all jumbled together, grabbing each other, crushing each other, punching each other. Why were they?
沈黙の兵器。
The silent weapon.
ノア2はすでに稼働してる。
NoaH 2 is already in operation.
この混乱が起とされた一番の目的は
The one and only motive behind this chaos
無差別人体実験。
is indiscriminate human experimentation. Something hard hit my head. A sharp pain rang through me. Pain so intense, I thought my skull had been broken. My hands automatically shot to my head, cradling it. As I looked around with tears in my eyes, I found a rock on the ground the size of a fist. A tiny smear of blood colored parts of it. Ew, yuck. Someone had thrown that rock and it hit me. A throbbing pain coursed through me. I moved my hand toward the source. My fingers touched something sticky. Ugh. Bring my hand down in front of my face. I saw blood on my fingertips. My own blood. What's going on? I heard a dry explosion in the distance, followed by a lady screaming. A gunshot? There were people with guns here? Why was everyone so worked up? Because they think you're the new gen culprit. Even still. Why was everyone fighting each other over, despite being total strangers? Why was this so chaotic? The villain's sacrifice everyone was waiting for wasn't mine?
渋谷の GE レート、バイオリズムがありえないくらいに上昇してるんだよ。
Shibuya's GE rate, biorhythms, are rising to unprecedented levels.
言ったでしょ。無差別人体実験だって。
Wait! What is going on? Who's saying this? Like I told you before, indiscriminate human experimentation.
この場にいる人たちは今、見えない攻撃を受けているんだ。
Everyone here is under an invisible attack. Oh boy! I'm about to do something, you guys, that I think, that I heard a sound, a creaking, rusty sound, that you guys are probably not gonna like, but I have to because this is gonna be a huge scene, and I want to give it my all. And I think, as soon as Shogun shows up here, we're gonna save it for next time when I'm at 100%. Sound akin to a dying woman gasping for air. Sound of a wheelchair. Despite how many people there were, despite the wall of people surging erratically, Shogun moved his wheelchair forward. And without bumping into anyone, without getting dragged into a single fight, he made his way straight to me. My god, he is so emaciated. were so small, with a body of skin and bone. He was covered in wrinkles and looked so frail, as if he might break at the slightest touch. His eyes were as cloudy as could be. I didn't know what he was looking at, nor what he saw through those eyes. I couldn't bring myself to look away anymore, and suddenly this tumult surrounding me began to grow distant. Here we go. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna save here, because I am clearly not at 100% today. And this scene is so fucking important. Sounds so fucking important. And I definitely want to give it my all. I am so sorry, you guys, for the stream being a little shorter than usual. But we will pick it up right here next time. Oh, anyone have any ideas for a new stream title? Before I come out, because I thought we were gonna get back to Yua and Ayase, and we are not. You know, I think I got one. I think I got one there. Okay. Oh boy, hello Kenny. Sorry for you to join right now, but we are gonna pick this up in this climactic showdown between OG and new hotness Takumi. Okay, you guys. I'll see you all on what day is today? Today is Sunday. So it would be Thursday. I'll see you all on Thursday when these two finally confront each other. Till next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.